I have a massive update if you guys hold Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. What we could see is that Bitcoin is trapped in this tiny little range. This is about a 4% range, and Bitcoin is at the range highs here, approaching resistance. We can see very clearly here on the heat maps that we have a lot of sell limit orders stacked above price. We can also confirm the validity of this by seeing the order book depth ratios flipping delta negative. This shows us that there is a lot of sellers that have stacked their sell orders above price, including short positions. What I just showed you previously was the sell orders on the futures markets, so that's short positions, but this is the spot. We can see it's very thick, stacked above price. The biggest sells are going to be around $114,000 to $116,000 for Bitcoin. There should be met resistance in this level, at these levels. If we also take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat maps, we can see there is a lot of liquidations for short positions around $112,000. What I'm expecting is the possibility of Bitcoin squeezing into this $114,000 region and then possibly rejecting all the way back down to the range lows. We might not even get a squeeze up to this level, and we could reject here at resistance. As you can see, we're forming somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern. If we take a look at these angled support levels, we can see Bitcoin has broke this support here. We've also broken this support here. Overall, Bitcoin has bounced up nicely and is holding relatively strong. This could be a change in bearish momentum. This is something we're going to keep an eye on. However, if we take a look at some of the major cryptos like Ethereum and Solana, we could see that we are also finding resistance on these pairs. The dollar is still holding strong and the stock market is continuing to push to all-time highs. Being that the stock market is overextended and massively overbought, any type of small pullback or correction in the stock market would likely be reflected in the crypto market as well. Things are relatively high in the stock market, and I would advise to proceed with extreme caution. Bitcoin dominance is also breaking out and continuing to push a bit higher, so there's a lot of altcoin weakness. In summary, Bitcoin is in a range and just chopping around. There's nothing very clear that speaks out to me at the moment. We are also at the end of the month, and there's most likely to be more continuation of choppiness.